Hey guys, lovely to meet you. It's Phil Morrison. I help quiet people to overcome social anxiety, play to their natural strengths, and thrive in life. So in this video, I'm going to talk about how I'm helping out one of my current clients, who is a girl that I used to work with when I was doing a PhD. She was in the same office as me, Samantha. And Samantha has been struggling with stress at work, taking on too many things. And she also wants to live a less restricted life. So I've taken her on as a new client last month, actually in Feb. I thought I'd talk about how I've been helping her out so far and how I'm going to help her out through my coaching program. So Samantha is a super hard-working individual. So she's a doctor, not a medical doctor, but has a PhD. And she's somebody that is a workaholic. I remember when I was doing the PhD, often she'd be until 11 p.m, midnight, just grafting away and working. And she kept missing out on opportunities for promotions. And a reason for this is because she was doing things to please other people and prioritizing that over stuff that was actually important to her and her career. So she was frantic a lot of the times. And Samantha is a really good person, but I can tell the place that she's working from. It's a stressed out and frantic place. And I know this because I used to be in this place. Whereas now, I do my best to work from a flow state rather than a stressed out state. So I want you to ask yourself a few questions to help yourself work out if you're working from a stressed out place or a flow state. So I want you to pay some attention to your inner voice and listen to what it says when you're working. If it says things like, you have to do this thing now or else, you must do this, you really should do this thing now, you should have done this already. If it's talking to you like this, you're actually living in reaction to fear. So that's the voice of fear rather than the voice of courage, which is pushing you through the work. And of course, fear is a good motivator, but it's not the only motivator. You want to be moving towards success in your life, and that doesn't mean you're pushing yourself along with fear, although people in academia often do this. So the reason that you know it's the voice of fear as opposed to the voice of courage. Ask yourself, if you had a friend right now and you wanted your friend to succeed, they had some goals, for example, work-related goals, would you talk to them using this kind of language? Would you say you have to do this or else, like an ultimatum? Would you say you must do this thing? You really should have done this already. Would you use this kind of language? Probably not. It's unkind language. The word should is associated with guilt and blame. Like, I really should have done this thing. Whereas the word could is a lot more powerful. I could have done this thing already, but instead I focused on other tasks. I consciously chose not to do this first, and I chose to do other things before it. That's different than saying, I really should have done this thing already. So words like should, there's a lot of guilt there. And things like you must do this, you have to do this or else, that's threatening. You wouldn't say that to a work colleague, you have to do this or else. It's harsh. And if it's that harsh voice that's motivating you through the work, it's likely that you're going to be in a frantic and stressed out state. It's almost like you have, let's say, a prison guard with a baton chasing you and making you do press-ups. If you don't do the press-ups, I'm going to whip you with this baton. That's how you're motivating yourself to do your work. So no wonder you're stressed out. You might think, Phil, what's the other way to motivate myself? How else do I get myself to complete lots of work tasks and be productive, but without using fear and this kind of language to get the best out of me? So the first question that I want you to ask yourself, which is super simple, is why you're doing your current job in the first place. What benefits are you actually getting? Maybe the reason you're currently doing your job is just to pay the bills whilst you look for something better that's more suited to you. If that's the case, awesome. Now you know exactly why you're there, so you have natural motivation. Why am I doing this work right now? I'm choosing to do this work right now because I want to pay the bills and give myself that time to find something which is more aligned to my true purpose in life. Now you're living from a place of power. You're choosing to work to get money, to buy yourself time while you're transitioning to the right career. Maybe you're doing extra work because you want a promotion. You want to move into a role that you're going to enjoy more, with more responsibility. Maybe that's the case. Awesome. Why are you doing this work right now? It's for this reason: to increase my chances of getting a promotion, to become more skillful at my job. That's different. You have this internal motivation that's natural, the honest, real reason why you're at your current place of work. And if you connect to your authentic, natural motivation, the big picture of your life, that's the reason why you're going to be working hard and pushing yourself, but not in reaction to fear. Not, I have to do this thing now or else. I must do this, I should do this. Not that language. Be kind to yourself. So Samantha is a workaholic, and I can tell from the way she criticizes herself that she's working hard in reaction to fear. So I'm helping her to untangle herself from this fear, kind of self-talk. I'm also helping Samantha by being a good listener, allowing her to talk about things that are stressing her out, difficult people at work, and just get the emotions processed, get it off her chest. One of the best ways to process challenging emotions is to have a conversation where you feel those emotions and have someone listen and support you when you're telling the story which brings these emotions up. So being a supportive listener. This is also one of the ways that I'm helping out Samantha. She also wants to live a less restricted life. She finds that she has a small number of friends and doesn't go out that much. And I've managed to find her a new friend. So I've linked her up with this other person who is in a similar boat to her, gone through some similar challenges, and they're both very genuine, kind people, and I know they've got a lot in common. So through my network, I'm helping her make new friends and actually take turns hosting dinner parties, going to dinner parties and fun things like this, so her life is less restricted and more expansive. The other way I'm helping her out is teaching her to have good boundaries with people. I used to be a massive people pleaser, so I have that default, that tendency inside me. Over the years, I've become less compulsive and a lot stronger, and I've managed to balance out being a good person with strong boundaries to look after my mental health and stop myself getting stressed out. So I'm teaching her to get better boundaries with people that are on her team, having team meetings with difficult people for 20 to 30 minutes rather than several hours at a time. And also as well, doing things that are important to her and prioritizing this over things that are important to other people in the workplace. She's moved into a new role, and it's going to take her time to really thrive in this role, and taking on tasks which don't benefit her right now is not smart. It's going to lead to burnout and make her learn her job slower. So she's getting the strength to implement more boundaries, and when people say, I want you to get this thing done by Friday, and it's not important to her job, she's saying that I'm really busy this week. My next available time slot for a meeting is next Monday. So she's being fair to herself and putting her principles first, rather than trying to please other people at the expense of her own mental health. Because you can only give what you have to give. So if you drain yourself when you're exhausted, you're actually less of an asset to the team and you produce less quality work. A bit like if a plane's crashing, you have to put your oxygen mask on first before you can help someone else put their mask on. So I'm teaching her to implement boundaries with people in appropriate situations so that she maintains that energy, she's not too stressed out, and she can keep being productive without stepping into the burnout category. In terms of the actual coaching package, I'm meeting her once a month for a one-to-one session over tea, where she talks about her problems and I help her work through them. And also I'm offering her 30-minute support and accountability calls each week to keep her on track and let her talk about this challenge and that challenge and get things off her chest. So yeah, I'm really happy to take on Samantha as a client, and I look forward to updating you on her progress throughout the rest of this year as she continues to work with me. If you enjoyed this video and you're potentially interested in being coached, I offer everyone with good ethics a free first coaching session. So the session can be anywhere from 30 minutes to 2 hours. And I offer you the session free so that you can experience the benefits of coaching for yourself before deciding whether you want to book a block of sessions or go down your own path. If you're interested in trying my free taster coaching session, drop me an email, philmorrison678@gmail.com. Also, I'm trying to grow my social media channels this year. So if you enjoyed this video and you want to check out more of my stuff, feel free to follow me, subscribe to me so that you get notified when I release new videos. Hope you have an awesome rest of your day.